Welcome all, I'm Steve, a Makavelist. I hope you are too. I hope you're doing well. It's a good old day, not that I've seen much of it, but yeah, there we go. Anyway, got a nice song for you today, Initiated, which is actually off the Daz Dillinger album, oh god, is it Revenge, Retaliation and Get Back, or the other way around? One of them anyway, but it's a good album, so go and check it out if you haven't. So this one is a pretty good one. A pretty good one, really good one. I do love this one. It's a good banger. You know what I mean? Crank your windows down, smash it up, and yeah, just get on with it. Cruising around and all that. It's a good one. Got Daz's name written all over the production, which is never a bad thing. Got Corrupt in it, the Outlaws. So, you know, bitch, the whole clique, which is what he says in a minute. But anyway, yeah, an interesting one is obviously he goes on about the Thugg Pound, which I think was either going to be an album that he released with Corrupt and Daz and all that, and it would have been amazing. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, in a couple of videos time, there'll be a little admin video, because what I want to try and do is there's enough songs out there that I would consider to be Thugg Pound. So what we'll do between us is we'll sort of get a few of them up together, and then I'll add them as we go, and then over the course of X amount of months or however long it takes, we can hopefully create our own Thugg Pound album. You know, because a lot of the OG Tupac tracks have actually got Corrupt on them, especially Corrupt, and probably Daz producing a few. But I'm not, you know. What's the word I'm looking for? You know, I'm not one for producers. You know what I mean? I know what I like, but I could hardly tell you who produced most of Tupac's songs. I'm not that far, and I'm not that deep into it, as it were. But I can tell you, Daz produced this one. Well, I hope I can anyway, because it definitely sounds like one of his. So anyway, just gonna get through this. We're just going to go through this one normally, or when I say normally, just let it play through. Hopefully I won't stop it and butcher it like I did Trading War Stories, because that video stressed me out making. Now I need to, I'm actually trained in Adobe Photoshop and Premiere, but I'm just using the free one that come on the laptop, and it's either it or my laptop is really slow, and it's just when you've got all the different, people in there, you've got all the different layers and all that, it just takes ages for it to flip between the screens, and yeah, one of them, I probably got a few grey hairs in the last 10 minutes from just doing that Trading War Story. So we'll chillax, we'll let it flow through a little bit and just enjoy it. And like I said, I'll put the actual lyric video that I've made up at the same time. So if you want to listen to it uninterrupted straight away after, or even before now if you want, you can do. And as always, stick around to the end, because I'll give you the lyric for the next video just as a bit of a self-test. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack into it. Initiated, like I said, off the Daz album, Revenge, Retaliation and Get Back. Recorded on the 22nd of December 1995. It was the only song done on that day, and then it looks like he took 2 weeks off for Christmas, because the next one's not until January. So, January 96. So, yeah, let's get into it. Initiated. Enjoy if you haven't heard it. Even if you have heard it, enjoy even more. Like a fine wine, they all get better with time.
In this motherfucker, Thugg Pound, beyond Corrupt, Daz, Makavelist, Edie, Castro, Hussein, you know, bitch, the whole motherfucking clique. You gonna hit your ass up. You know where we coming from. Death row.
His laugh cracks me up every time.
Hey yo, Corrupt, you first to blast, nigga, and you know how we do it on the west side, nigga. Ride on it. What, dude? Ballin'.
For real, I got a cartridge of blue steel. Power took the panic button, thinking that it was what it wasn't. Shit tactic, the bomb, Vietnam rom dom with the semi. Or the fracture your torso to your spine, the back cracker smack you with my verbals and graphic grammar. I'm
going to stop that there for a minute. I don't want to interrupt Corrupt, because he is definitely one of my favourites, along with Sibo, who's in my top 5, definitely. I personally think, I don't know, it's a tough one. Who's the perfect partner for Tupac? I I'm gonna say Corrupt. I'm gonna say any song that Corrupt and Tupac. I mean, it's difficult because every song that he's done is pretty amazing, but they just work really well together. I don't know what it is. It might be a difference in style, but on the same beat and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I seem to really enjoy every song they did together. But it does bring me to an interesting point, which I'll pull up now, and we'll sort of get into it as we get through the series of videos, which is about, is Tupac lyrical? I mean, it's a stupid question, I know, but I mean, it's one of those things, like, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, if you like, whereby it depends what you like and what you class as lyricism. A lot of people seem to think that lyricism, or being the best lyrical rapper, is what's the word I'm looking for, like, you know, where you're sort of your rhyming patterns and things like that, where you can, you know, you often see it. I can't remember who does it, but there's a guy on YouTube who does it, and you sort of can see the screen with the lyrics on, and he's highlighted in different colours the different parts that rhyme, so you can sort of go, and you've got like the first line, then you've got the second line with two that rhyme, and then the one from the fourth line rhymes with the first line, and this, that, and the other, and that's all, you know, that's all fine. But the trouble, what I find with that, and what separates Tupac from pretty much any other rapper, and like I said, Corrupt's probably easily in my top 5 rappers, probably top 3, and probably the best lyrical rapper from the West, you would say. And he, you know, proves it in this song, just that little bit that's gone, and as it goes on you can sort of see, but what you get is kind of gibberish, whereby it's, what's the sort of thing, you know, where they're kind of trying to force words into a rhyming pattern, or a, you know, a sentence or a bar, and they're trying to just make things work, and then they're sort of almost writing the song to the lyrics, you know what I mean? I can imagine with a lot of them, and I include pretty much every other rapper probably, and Tupac does it to an extent on this track, but it's kind of like, I can almost imagine them with like a rhyming dictionary, if you like, you know, like, you know, obviously you've got words, and then you have all the ones that sort of rhyme with it, and then, or a thesaurus or something like that, and they sort of got a rhyming scheme that they want to do, which is fair enough, and then you can sort of imagine they go, all right, yeah, here's that word, I'll put that one there, right, now I need another word that rhymes with that, and they'll look down their little dictionary and go, oh yeah, I'll put that one in there, and then, you know, they'll use both, and they'll sort of force it, if you know what I mean. It doesn't sound free flowing. All right, the technique of being able to say it is one thing, you know, that's fine, but you end up with just, yeah, it's like almost like nonsense. It almost sounds like they're just sort of reading a dictionary, and just sort of like, you know, it sounds all garbled, it doesn't flow. And the thing about Tupac especially is that it sounds like stories, and you can tell his background is in poetry and things like that, because it just flows really well, and it doesn't sound like he's sat there and thought, all right, I need to get this in there because it will sound good, it will sound right. He knows he's got the vocabulary already in his mind, and he just, you know, you almost get the feeling he thinks in rhyme, and he just writes it down straight off like he was writing a story, rather than getting that. And that's the reason why I think he was so prolific. You know, you hear stories of him recording 5 a day, and even on the last one, Trading Stories, which was in November 1995, he did 3 on that day, and you hear stories of from between All Eyes on Me to when he died, of him recording 5 songs a day. I mean, and you got to think he was filming movies in between this and stuff like that, so, you know, bit busy chap. And most of them, that's what I call his Machiavelli era, if you like. You know, Tupac effectively died for me when All Eyes on Me was finished, and he'd done that one, because then he entered his Machiavelli phase, and you can definitely tell the difference in the songs, and he was just starting to get back to his, like, his mission in life, as I call it, or, you know, back to sort of trying to sort people out rather than letting off steam about the people who had stitched him up. Obviously there's still a lot of that in there, including right up to the last day. I think one of my favourites, All Out, was done literally 2 days before he died, so he was still, you know, peed off and still on that sort of thing, if you like. But yeah, it's one of them. So yeah, anyway, I mean, this is a song that's going to kind of show off lyricism, as if you want to call it that. I don't. I prefer the words to have meaning, not to be forced, to be emotional and philosophical, and not a word wasted, as opposed to sort of it coming off and you're just like, mate, what the fuck are you saying? You've just kind of raped off on a lot of things, and alright, it sounds nice, but it literally doesn't mean anything. So yeah, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about lyricism? Is it how best you can rhyme, in a scheme and make the words fit, or is it the message that's coming across in the rhyme? I'd be interested to know. But anyway, yeah, let's crack on. So let's let Corrupt let his fire lyrics go, because he's one of the best at that side of the lyric rap.
From Alaska to Alabama, get touched by my arm and hammer all across the planet. Niggas crumble like granite from Tahiti to the mid-Atlantic. Probable cause to get hit. Shit, niggas best get physically and mentally fit. Show your whole I ignore. For real, and I can tell on the DL, I got an indecent proposal for mashing in a Ford Explorer. Hellhound host of horror. Escape from the box of Pandora with something for it. Get rocked by my midnight block. Sniper through sound, vocal rifle to invade the block. Fucking bitch pay the price of a snitch. The Nicky Scarful. Coming through the bus that sprints through camps like powerful. Young guy, he corrupted seed with the dope and the green weed. And lead him out to your hind, supply what you need, Mr. Postman. Coming through with all the mail, what you need, I got for sale on the stairwell to hell.
Hey, get your hand in my pocket, nigga.
I wake up sparking to get wild when the streets talking and plague drinking kegs to y'all niggas.
I just want to say, I love those little things that Tupac does. He does it especially on the Makavelist stuff, like right at the last. I can't remember which one it is. It's like the One Nation stuff, and the OG Hell for a Hustler, I think. But if you get the right version of it, you sort of get his tracks, his microphone's the more dominant out of the group, and you can hear everything he's saying in the background. It just makes. It's brilliantly creative, if you like, and just he's so funny. Like, there's certain things about Tupac that are just amazing, which is his laugh, which he does, which is fucking quality. And yeah, those little things like he did then. I mean, for yourself, just rewind it back, but you'll see it on the screen. It's like just goes biatch in the background. Just yeah, love it. Anyway, yeah, on to Fatal now. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say Fatal's my favourite outlaw. I don't know why. I know Gaddafi tends to be the one who gets it, and I love Gaddafi as well. His lyrics are great and he's got great delivery in that, but there's just something about Fatal. He's got a real gnarliness to him, if you like, sort of thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, quality. Anyway, I'll let him carry on.
Big part and your label Paul Nerdy. Just know I do this job dirty. Like Donna Cameron, New York, call it Fatal Dog, New Jersey. Niggas ain't seen time. I travel courts and dream crime. My room like $1 million bill folder with green blinds. Beds is 100s with shams. I run that hole in quickies. Dollar bills is Nintendos. The windows is folded 50s. Y'all old cops lost it. Drinking the scotch coughless. I don't like movies, so I hit up the box office. You the softest. I'm taking your honeys. They tell.
Yeah, sorry. I'm in a bit of a giggly mood today. It's because I've worked probably 8 or 9 days on the trot, and this is my little afternoon that I've got to myself, so it's kind of a bit of a release of energy for me. But anyway, that's a good line, that one. I don't like movies, so I hit up the box office. It's just...
Wearing my fucking dick around their neck like Kelly leashes. My boys and me is poison, we don't get along equal. Fight each other like brothers, it's all good, we strong people. More strain on the brain and the pain I deal with. Ill with nasty me, cause my whole crew on some real shit for real. Bitch, to still click, I build with menaces. Your number one nemesis, power graphical like Genesis.
And we always like not a made up word, but just a word that sounds made up. I don't know, it might be made up, but paragraphical like Genesis. It's just... yeah.
Stupid motherfuckers. Outlaw immortal, bitch, dog, pound, thug life. You know how we fucking do this shit. Stupid motherfuckers. Now take a look inside my mind. The pen time made me rise, and still I rise.
It's another thing about Tupac is his voice is just... unlike anything. I know there are other rappers that sound like him, and have tried to sound like him, and this, that, and the other. But I don't know what do you want to call it, presence or gravitas, or there's something about him. You've just had two high quality verses there, probably better than a lot of those two verses from Corrupt and Fatal are probably better than a lot of rappers' careers. And Tupac just comes in, he's just fucking amazing, isn't he, sometimes?
Ambitions as a rider like landmines. Lyrics turn niggas into smithereens. Music so lethal turn coliseums to murder scenes. I'm Makavelist the dawn, that's what they tell me I'm on. I'm dropping niggas like bomb, getting that ass like a thorn. Picture a felon in your presence, taking busters back to the essence, telling my people beat my lethal message. Visions of me getting money got me in mash mode. Murderous motives for niggas stopping my cash flow. You can't fight it, nigga, let go. Witness the sound, made your bitch ass bail down to death row. Mama, these niggas got me fighting these 3 strikes, showing up in court. Fuck what you thought, it's street nights. I put the game down first, put my niggas up on it. Now we America's most wanted.
Sorry, I stopped it a bit late, but yeah, I'm what I'm doing is because I get a thing where like my mind not plays tricks on me, but I didn't really look up any lyrics until I've started doing this. Really, I sort of just listen to the song and know it, and your mind plays tricks on you because there's a few things that I've noticed in a few of the other songs that are sort of, I thought he said something else all this time and it worked. That's why I never question it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, just on that last bit, I can't remember what it was now, but yeah, it says three nights, but I'm sure he says 3 strikes. But yeah, anyway. So what I'm going forward with all of them, I'm just gonna go with what they say on Genius, unless I know it's an obvious error. Just because it's more likely that my mind is playing tricks on me over the years than they've got it wrong, I'm assuming. But you know what they say, assumption is the brother of all effort.
Fear death, it's mama crying for help, and OG daddy wanna ride when I know ain't got your life since I'm his only soldier. Nobody else gonna roll for me, and I know without the road I'm more the wild I'll be forgotten for sure. Plus it's thug life, it got me living. Initiated, play and hate it without giving a single fuck. Why they jingling, baby, all on my nuts, I be singing and fingering bitches to fuck.
Bitches is wild, niggas is lame. I hung around with real niggas, got exposed to the game. Motherfuckers acting crazy, busted me in the drink. Initiated as an outlaw.
The flow in his voice, he does that. I mean, it's good, isn't he? He is a good lad. Or was a good lad.
Now a mission ain't a mission if nobody rides, and the mission ain't a mission if nobody dies, and the mission ain't completed. Enemy don't sleep, enemies rest in peace. Deceased fuckers is me. I gotta accomplish a goal. I'm out seeking gold, dispose of strap. Gotta let off because I'm rough and raw. Never fell on my knees for shit. Cause I demand shit with this dash diligent, drilling you for your shit on the streets for the 6th time. In and out for the crime, I raise crimes that up from food stamp dollars and dimes. I'm slipping, sliding, fucked up. Nigga, what up? In the cut. Boss like a motherfucker, what up? Beside LB, now tell me where you coming from. That ain't where I see things, and nigga, what's the outcome?
For so many days and so many ways, we've been ducking strays, they delivers. But still with some bad boy killers for the spread.
I've just noticed I should have split this onto 2 screens, so sorry it's probably a bit small once I put my little screen on it, but it is what it is. I'm running out of time today, so yeah, you'll have to just watch the lyric video if you can't see it properly.
I'm dumping you niggas livers to watch your body shiver. And your mama quit from the way you just got lit. Hit up the west side on my way out. Y'all whole crew shoulda knew was on from Makavelist's first day out. Now y'all getting played out and laid out for public display. On this day, y'all niggas is history. Cause the whole crew was bitches to me. Listen to me, Edie. Now many of y'all can see me. Cause I attack that ass like Ace attacked Easy. Believe me. Cause although now I'm just a young stoner, I'm soon to be a gun holder. Initiated to the clip with a left to my left, now fun so.
Oh no! Those who know will know why I did that. Anyway, yeah, that last bit on Edie's where he's like, what did he say? I attack that ass like AIDS attack easy. It's just one of them, innit? Ruthless. Yeah, sorry, I'll get my coat. Yeah, anyway, that's a good one. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I obviously did. I've been giggling my head off. I don't know why. I quit weed 2 months ago, so it's definitely not that. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, good song, Thug Pound off of Daz's album. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, and also, yeah, like I said at the beginning, just have a little think. Like I said, we're gonna get together try and create this Thug Pound album and just get the songs on. So don't worry about it too much, like, you know, just listing them out, but just have a little think, and then when I actually officially open it, we can let the floodgates open